Good morning, everyone. I am Vishnu Jagtap, and in front of all of you, I am presenting the Wall Street Journal newspaper headline. So, first of all, Boeing boosts jet deliveries but still lags behind Airbus. Next, uh, leader leaders strike deal on chips press to ease migration crisis. Next, European stock outshine Indies in US. Next, top office owner pivot to housing other real estate. Next, bed bath reels has sales sink. Next, Brazil official face arrest over lapses. Next, oil and gas are back on booming. Next, on page number 2 in that US news section, under that World Bank sashes 2023 growth forecast. Next, European shapes rebound. Next, Fed must fight inflation, not stray into climate policy, Powell says. On page number 3 in US section, news section, under that committee to probe Biden over classified documents. Next, California storms death toll mount. Next, Newsom six cut in phases of budget shortfall. Next, cost of wealthier disasters rose to $165 million in 2022. On page number 4 in US news section, under that former Trump organization CFO is sentenced to 5 months in jail. Next, GOP to Eve tech White House ties. Next, California's port enters Senate race. Next, C-SPAN 6 fuller access to allow floor uh, after speaker vote. On page number 6 in that US news section, under that Pentagon aims for fortified spy satellite rockets. Next, Yellen tells Biden she plans to stay in jobs. Next, federal charges filed in Machati attack. Next, a new Navajo national president shown in. Next, FDA defends approval of Alzheimer's drug. Next, pharmaceutical testing faces pros. On page number 7 in World News section, under that Biden defends border policy at summit. Next, officials face arrested in Brazil. Next, court uploads arrest of Tate. Next, visas from some Korean Japan halted. Next, Constantine the last king of Greece. The next, on page number 8 in World News section, under that crowd-funded technology gives Ukraine edge on front line. Next, Russia boosts campaign for control of Bakhmut. Next, on page number 9 in World News section, under that Macron plan sparks strike threat. Next, Saudi concert new aid to Pakistan. Next, Prince Harry's shape spare my memoir its sleeves. Next, controversy clouded vertical finance chief legacy. Next, on page number uh, 10 in that gas for exports. Next, tamper spending. Next, hydraulic fracturing. Next, the top office develops pivot. Then on page number 11 in that personal finance section, under that want to change your personality, start small. Next, Boeing's big tech advance falls flat. And next, on page number 12 in that IS with human or AI. Next, why tax refund may be smaller. Next, federal economy impact on payment. Next, credit child credit tax credit. Next, on page number 13 in that arts and music section, under that Arias personal and planetary. Next, the climb scaling cliffs for cash. Next, Bradford Lee Burns, one of the contest on the same NBO competition show. On page number 14 in sports section, under that the NBA team that lead games role to held. Next, on page number 15 in opinion section under that Hunter Biden and news suppression. Next, the dilemma of the work class GOP. Next, title and entitled. Next, Republicans have a more effective squad. Then on page number 20, then on page number 16 in that Biden student loan write-off part 2. Next, Powell in reach and the future of over pollution. Next, of course, vaccines are fueling new variant. Next, Kathy Hochul latest brainstorm. Next, Biden classify stock. Sorry, I am repeating again. Biden's classified document stash. Next, businesses has tax collector. On page number 17, opinion section under that keep ISIS of Twitter. Next, the economy and the human cost of protecting criminals. Next, the cost of constitutional truth in Israel. Then on page number 19 in that business finance section under that Bed Bath plans more layoffs cuts. Next, WWE ex CEO elected to chair board. Next, uh, bank bank earnings to offer hint on the economy. Next, Netflix curves employee access to salary data. Next, Fidelity sets move first take on 7 years. Next, Coinbase is to say slash 20% of workforce. Next, several top Rivian executives depart. On page number 20 in that business and finance section under that sales of EVs in China nearly double in 2022. Next, Tesla's considers Texas factory expansion. Next, Spirit Airline uh, pilots approve contract. Next, on page number 21 in business news section under that NFL ratings fall amid Amazon move. Next, Disney adds lower cost theme park access perks. Next, FTS opens pricing injury into Coca-Cola and Pepsi company. Next, Albertsons overcoming problems with supply chain sees sales rise. Next, on page number 22 in that technology section under that Facebook Instagram ban gender based ads targeting teens. Next, Virgin Orbit's satellite mission fails, sending shares down. Next, on page number 23 in that TikTok vows to abide by new EU rules on privacy. Next, CEO of German utility Uniper to resign after nationalization. Next, MC Mahon elected chairman. On page number 24 in the properties and report section under that shared apartment companies merge. Next, financing is secured for Aman Mimami Beach project. Next, retailer plans more lays off. Next, Bed Bath and Beyond gets new revamp advisor. Uh, on page number on page number 29 in that crypto insider sentenced of to 10 months. Next, senators questions independence of FTX bankruptcy law firm. Next, Coinbase to cut 20% of jobs. Next, Cargill finance chief to take post in FY consulting spin-off. Next, group calls for chicks on private equity debt. On page number 30 in that vitamin Shopee parent waits buyout. Next, review calls for changes at LME. Next, Fidelity to acquire shoe books. Next, big banks to report earnings. Next, investors should keep an eyes on Japan's yield curve. On page number 21 in that here of the street section under that falling car prices threaten Detroit profit. Next, Wall Street meeting ingredient debt offering. Next, stocks jump amid hawkish Fed talk. Next, Wells Fargo to slash its mortgage business. And page number 32 in heart of on the state section under that decline in natural gas price reflects local dynamics. Next, and group would not get squeezed after all. आज के लिए इतना ही और अपना दिन शुभ बनाएं. गुड नाइट.